position.
Hello and welcome to another edition of AFO Proving Grounds. My name is Peter Zimbor. I'll be your host, joined as always by Pete DiLorenzo, AFO president, wearing his infamous jacket. We've got 3 action-packed AFO fights for you scheduled in this next half hour of programming. We'll kick things off in the 125-pound division. Anthony Carminati taking on Kyle Matt Hughes. I say Kyle Matt Hughes because Matt literally is his middle name and not just a reference to the former UFC welterweight champ.
Yes, it is his actual middle name. We did try to lose the Kyle for when he was announced, but they weren't really having that, so it's Kyle Matt Hughes. This is a great fight. Anthony Carminetti is a journeyman of sorts. He's been around. He's battled. He's tested. Kyle's just starting off his MMA career. Both these kids are very skilled, and this ended up being a really good fight.
Both fighters looking to find their own identity. It's Carminati versus Hughes here on AFO Proving Grounds.
In the bantamweight division, referee for this bout, Fred Mello. Introducing, fighting out the blue corner to my right, weighing in at 134 pounds, he enters the cage for his 11th contest. From Chelsea, Massachusetts, please welcome Anthony the Squirrel Carminati. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner to my right, weighing at 136 pounds, entering the cage with a 1-1 amateur record. Representing Pro Fitness, please welcome Kyle Hughes.
Anthony Carminati in the white trunks with the black trim, taking on Kyle Hughes with the black trunks. Kyle Hughes with the middle name Matt. So Kyle Matt Hughes it is. Carminati enters this fight with a record of 4-6, Hughes 1-1. Peter Zimmer cage side, joined alongside AFO president Pete DiLorenzo. I was talking to Carminati earlier. He does not belong to a gym, though he lands a nice left hook to the side of Hughes' head. Does not belong to a gym, trains in his backyard, has training partners come over, grapple with him in his backyard, and does cardio by running up and down a hill next to his home.
Well, I suggest he gets to a gym. I give the kid all the credit in the world. He's a gamer. He shows up to fight, and he's got talent. I could only imagine how good he could get if he's actually got a real gym behind him, as opposed to his backyard.
He told me you'd be surprised at how effective it can be when you have training partners willing to come literally to your backyard. But nevertheless, it's Carminati in the ring right now as he is trying to take down Hughes, and ultimately does. He lifts Hughes up and put him down, but falls right into his guard.
Yeah, that was actually more a little bit, Pete, of Matt pulling guard off of that. He knew he was going to be in a situation, so he jumped guard, and Carminati made the best of it of a slam. Looks like he's trying to maybe work out for an arm triangle here. He's in half guard right now. Nice sweep by Kyle Matt Hughes, who is now in Carminati's half guard. And if I had to guess, he's going to stay right where he is and work him. He's going to try to grind out it right here and get some good ground to pound in. Kyle doesn't look like he's trying to advance to a different position at all. I think he's very content in half guard, and I don't blame him right now. Anthony's strong point is his jiu-jitsu. Kyle knows this, so he's going to stay where he is to eliminate the submission attempts by Carminati. Carminati's now trying to pull for full guard. Working a plotter. Now for a triangle.
Carminati, it looks like he might have the triangle in. He's hanging on. How tight is it? I'm not sure very tight at all. Matt Hughes, Kyle Matt Hughes, hanging in there.
Yeah, I don't think that's really good at all. His right arm is not across his body. He's not trying to pull on the head at all. He's almost using it more as a tie-up than anything. Now he's trying to go to the head to pull down, but his leg is too far down his neck, off his shoulder, so he's not going to have the effects of the choke.
Kyle Matt Hughes with a lot of fans in attendance here in Fall River, Massachusetts. One of the great things about this facility is the balcony, which is literally at points right above the cage, and he's got fans shouting down to him encouragement.
Right now, Carminati's going over the mountain triangle, and he loses it. Kyle Hughes went for a reverse triangle of his own, and now he's in half guard of Carminati. And he's got some payback right here, and you can tell, 10-second counter. It looks like we're going to make it into the second round, Pete.
Well, it was a wild first round. Perhaps if you have short-term memory, Kyle Matt Hughes could have stolen it towards the end of round one, though I think Carminetti gets the nod in round one.
MMAeventinsurance.com for all your MMA, kickboxing, boxing, wrestling, and tough man event insurance needs.
Anthony Carminetti having a good first round against Kyle Matt Hughes as we begin round number two. Once again, it's Carminetti in the white trunks with the black trim, and Hughes is wearing the solid black trunks.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed that, people. Carminetti's mouth is wide open. I mean, he's fatigued already, and this is what you get for training in your backyard. I love the kid, but the kid needs to get in a gym now.
And that is interesting because he mentioned in my pre-fight interview with him deliberately that he had good cardio, but he does appear to be noticeably gassed.
He's completely gassed. His mouth's wide open, his hands are down, falls into Kyle's guard. He's working a nice guillotine. Oh, no, neck crank, actually.
Yeah, it looked like he was going for the guillotine first. Does he have the guillotine or the neck crank in?
Yeah, to me that looks like a neck crank from here, but I'm not at the best angle, but it definitely looks like a neck crank.
Referee Freddie Mello right on top of the action.
Very painful, very, very painful move here. This is extremely painful.
Plenty of time left here in round number two of the schedule. Three-round affair between Anthony Carminetti and Kyle Matt Hughes. Carminetti doing the best he can to find a way to submit Kyle Hughes from the bottom, but unable to just yet, and it looks like Hughes got some breathing room as he did fire some left hands to the body of Carminetti moments ago and is continuing to do so. Carminetti now trying to work. It looks like a triangle from the bottom, trying to work.
Carminetti working for another triangle, as you said, Pete, but he's got his legs just crossed. He doesn't really have him figure forward yet.
One thing that a lot of judges like to see, though, is guys trying to finish the fight. And Carminetti has consistently been attempting to finish the fight here in round two.
Yeah, without question. I mean, even though Kyle's on top, and in God, it's Carminetti's winning this round as well. He's definitely the more active fighter. And with that neck crank in the triangle attempt, he's definitely scoring the points with the judges.
Kyle Matt Hughes staying alive here in round number two, but that's what he is doing, staying alive, not necessarily doing anything effectively offensively on his own.
Kyle's just grinding him out. He really should be trying to get Carminetti into the cage so he can kind of posture up a little bit more and really be more effective with the shots here. It's kind of a dull round here, but I'm still going to give it to Carminetti for the attempts.
So round number two comes to a conclusion, and a lot of those people are cheering in support of Kyle Matt Hughes. So not only does he appear to be the fresher fighter from a cardiovascular standpoint in the cage, but going into the third round where we believe he's down, he's got the crowd behind him. This fight here in the third round goes to the ground once again, and unlike the second round, this time it is Carminetti on top.
Carminetti's on top. He's sitting in God. He's not really doing anything as of yet. I think he's trying to figure out what he wants to do. He's just kind of hanging on to Kyle now. This is the time where he can catch his breath a little bit. He's not really exerting himself too much. But again, from the bottom, Kyle Hughes isn't doing all that much either right now.
And I think you alluded to it somewhat in round two, where you said that even though Carminetti was on the bottom, he was doing all the effective work and winning the round. There has been a tendency at times you see in fights to see judges score a round for a guy who spends most of the round on top. But this is one of those examples where Carminetti spent most of round two, if not all of it, on the bottom. We gave him the nod. And here in round number three, he's on top, and equally I think he's getting the nod thus far, but still plenty of time left to go. But Kyle Hughes has to get himself out of this predicament if he wants to try to win this fight.
Right now he's looking for a cage walk to maybe sweep him here, and that's actually a pretty good move. I think the difference is when Carminetti was on bottom, he was active, and right now Kyle's surviving. And, we'll see if he can turn that into something. But right now, he's just surviving in God, and he doesn't really know what to do from this position. It looks like he's trying to go for a triangle of his own. He might actually have, he does have it. He's locking it up.
Bad position for Carminetti, though it looks like Hughes did not have that in too tight. And now he's going for an armbar.
Let's see what happens here. I mean, if he can extend him enough. I'm going to say Kyle's going to be stronger than Carminetti. He's got a little more energy in him. Now it looks like he may be going back for the triangle. See, now this is Kyle working from the bottom. He's going from, one move to the other, trying to transition, and this is what's going to get the score for this round.
But given the fact that we gave Carminetti the first 2 rounds, I don't think Hughes should want to leave it up to the judges. He has to finish this fight if he wants to win and win definitively.
Yeah, without question. You never know what the judges are going to do. Like you mentioned earlier, the judges, sometimes if you're on top, you get the nod. That's because these judges, a lot of them are inexperienced and they're still learning themselves. I know tonight around the cage we got some great judges, so I think they're going to score it as it should be scored.
Dave Ginsburg, Leo Gritzow, and Ryan Shea are our 3 judges at cage side here at the American Fighting Organization's Uncensored event. Fall River, Massachusetts, Peter Zimbor and Pete DiLorenzo, cage side for this American Fighting Organization broadcast. Less than 10 seconds remaining here in the fight, and all indications are that it will go the distance. We'll head to the scorecards, and Pete, the people at home watching already know that you and I gave rounds 1 and 2 to Carminetti. Round 3, was that a Hughes round?
It wasn't very eventful, but I think Carminetti did enough to win this fight 30-27.
So you have a shutout for Carminetti?
I do. I have a shutout for Carminetti.
After 3 exciting rounds, here are your score totals. Judge at ringside, Ryan Shea scores the fight 29-28 for Carminetti. Judge at ringside, Leo Gritzow scores the fight 29-28 for Hughes. Season 29-28, your winner by split decision in the blue corner, Anthony Carminetti.
So Anthony Carminetti with a split decision win over Kyle Hughes. 2 judges saw him winning 2 rounds to 1. That was the scorecard I had. 1 judge had Hughes winning 2 rounds to 1. Nevertheless, the official verdict, a split decision win for Anthony Carminetti as he defeats Kyle Hughes here at AFO Uncensored. Well, a back and forth affair, but ultimately Anthony Carminetti gets the nod via split decision. Now, going into our next fight, Fred Mandrakia taking on Christian Rivera. Christian Rivera is a professional fighter who's been around the block a few times. Fred Mandrakia, an AFO mainstay in the amateur division, making his pro debut. Tell us what you know about these 2 fighters, Pete.
Well, you kind of said it already. Christian Rivera is a journeyman of sorts. Another guy who's kind of been around the block. Fred's making his pro debut right now. Fred has been with the AFO through the majority of his young career. Both these guys are trying to turn the corner in their career of sorts. This is a very key fight for both these 2 guys.
Well, it's Fred Mandrakia's youth against Christian Rivera's experience here on AFO Proving Grounds. We enter the professional ranks. 2 AFO veterans entering the cage in Fred Mandrakia and Christian Rivera. However, a notable difference between the experience amongst these 2 fighters. Christian Rivera has fought in the AFO before as a professional, where he has accrued a record of 3 wins and 6 losses. Fred Mandrakia has fought in the AFO previously as an amateur and is making his professional debut here tonight in Fall River, Massachusetts. Both combatants are in the cage. We're just about set for our official ring introductions. One of the beautiful AFO ring card girls is walking around the cage, letting us know round 1 is about to begin, and about to begin the official ring introductions from our announcer, John Vina.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. The referee for this contest is Dan Conway. Introducing, fighting out of the blue corner to my right, weighing in at the bantamweight limit of 135 pounds, and tonight making his professional debut. Introducing, from Chelsea, Massachusetts, Fred Lordrak.
Fred Mandrakia in the black trunks with the red trim. Christian Rivera in the gray trunks. We last saw Christian Rivera in an AFO cage losing to AFO mainstay BJ Marino. Mandrakia looks like he's going, looked like he was trying to attempt a guillotine, sweeps Rivera, takes him to the mat, gets on top, not able to get in a mount position or in full guard, but he is on top and trying to get some work done to Rivera. Rivera giving up his back, and now Rivera able to change roles, and he's on top, and now he has the back of Fred Mandrakia. Looks like he's going for a rear naked choke. Don't know if he has it, or if he does have it, how tight does he have it? It looks like he has it pretty tight, and that is it. Christian Rivera submits Fred Mandrakia in the opening round of the co-feature here at AFO Uncensored. AFO President Pete DiLorenzo joining us cageside. Pete, your thoughts?
I'm not sure that was a choke. I think that was more of a crank. I think it was just more of a crank. I'm not sure he had his arm through. I think it was just pressuring his jaw till he tapped.
Well, nevertheless, Fred Mandrakia is forced to tap out due to Christian Rivera's offensive actions inside the cage. It was quick, and Rivera has a nice bounce back win in an AFO cage after losing the last time we saw him to BJ Marino.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 45 seconds of round number 1. Referee Gage Conway stops this contest. The winner by tap out on a rear naked choke, Christian Rivera.
For your winner via tap out due to a rear naked choke, Christian Rivera submits Fred Mandrakia 45 seconds into the opening round. Well, in this instance, Christian Rivera's experience trumped Fred Mandrakia's youth as he won via first-round submission in a fight where, incidentally, he forgot his fight shorts, which will explain a lot of questions our viewers are asking right now to themselves.
Yeah, we owe a lot of apologies to our viewers as well as our cameramen for having to tape that. We had a long talk with Christian after the fight. There will be no other incidences where he forgets his shorts.
Well, that answers that question, folks. Now, moving into the main event of the evening. Theo Desjardins taking on Sean Patrick Brady in a grudge match. Pete, it was well documented. These two did not like each other going into this bout.
You could more or less say these two hated each other. Sean Brady liked wearing the black hat going into this fight. He called out Theo every way he could. He made mockery videos of him. Theo fired back a bit here and there, but there was definitely hatred going in. Usually these guys are very respectful to one another entering the cage. These guys wanted to fight.
It's Theo Desjardins versus Sean Patrick Brady, our final fight of this episode of AFO Proving Grounds. It's main event time here in Fall River, Massachusetts. AFO Uncensored Bantamweights. Theo Desjardins, an AFO mainstay that has fought all of his fights, both amateur and professional, here in the American Fighting Organization, takes on Sean Brady. This is a grudge match, if you will. Sean Brady got under Theo Desjardins' skin with some YouTube videos that he posted mocking Theo Desjardins, claiming that Desjardins did not want to fight. Well, Desjardins and Brady are here tonight. They are going to fight. I asked Sean Brady about the motivation for posting those videos earlier on tonight. He said, at first, it was nothing more than an attempt to generate some interest and hype the fight. However, as time has progressed, it has become personal. Sean Brady said that Theo Desjardins responding so negatively to it that it has become personal. Theo Desjardins fighting under the nickname for the first time in the AFO, Theo the Holy Terror Desjardins. Both fighters are in the cage. It's main event time, folks. For the official introductions, let's send it to John Vina.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for your AFO main event of the evening. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. This is the bantamweight division. Your referee for this contest is Fred Mello. Fighting out of the blue corner to my right, weighing in at 135 pounds and entering the cage for his 5th professional fight. Representing ISG, please welcome Sean Brady. He's representing Team United Moilao. We welcome Theo, the Holy
Sean Brady will be wearing the black trunks with the yellow lettering. Theo Desjardins will be wearing the red trunks with the black trim. Peter Zimbor cage side, joined alongside AFO President Pete DiLorenzo. Pete, you're excited about this one. You can feel the anticipation in the air.
Pete, these guys just hate each other. I mean, you see Brady come out with a giant overhand right trying to clock the shit out of him.
And that was a very wide overhand right that Brady attempted to throw at Theo Desjardins in the opening seconds of this fight. Right now looking for a guillotine on Desjardins. Desjardins takes him to the mat, but is Brady able to try to sink in any submission maneuver from the bottom? It appears that's what he's going for, and whatever he has, it looks like it's in pretty tight. He is not letting go. Desjardins trying to pop his head out of it. It looks like Brady trying to sink in either a guillotine or perhaps another version of a neck crank, which we've seen a few tonight, Pete.
It doesn't look like he's getting it with this guillotine, but it does look like he's doing it right. It's just not really across the arteries there. He's going to burn his arms out in the next 15 seconds, I would imagine. And it looks like Theo's already just about out of it.
Sean Patrick Brady not giving up that quick. He still got it in as both fighters get to their feet. Now Desjardins is out, and now they're standing up. Brady looks a little bit winded. His stand-up looks a little bit sloppy. He throws those punches very wide, spinning back fist, didn't connect too much on Desjardins, had kind of a slapping effect, and now Desjardins trying to pull down Brady's head and hit him with some knees.
It's pretty back and forth right now. I mean, it's Brady's more going on emotion right now. He's got to settle down and throw some straight punches up the middle. Theo looks pretty relaxed as he's been in AFO cage his entire career, so he knows what he's doing in there.
And it looks like Brady's mouth is open, breathing through the mouth. Could that be early signs of fatigue?
Well, I think from that beginning of that guillotine, he's probably already burnt his arms out there. I think Theo would have a lot of effectiveness if he started throwing some kicks out there right now.
Sean Brady's been watching a lot of Shoney Carter lately because he's tried that spinning back fist twice. It goes to the ground. Desjardins gets him there. Desjardins is on top. He's raining down punches to Sean Patrick Brady. Brady not defending himself. This one is seconds away from being over. That is all she wrote. Theo Desjardins gets the last laugh. He has a first-round TKO over Sean Brady in the main event tonight at AFO Uncensored. Theo Desjardins nevertheless inside the cage with a first-round TKO over Sean Brady. Even though Brady did try to sink in some submission maneuvers throughout that first round, Desjardins at no point appeared to be rattled. He stayed calm, he stayed cool, he stayed collected. Ultimately, he got Brady on the ground. Some ground and pound followed, and Theo Desjardins has himself a first-round TKO over Sean Brady.
Ladies and gentlemen, we the time. 2 minutes, 3 seconds of round number 1. Referee Craig Mello stops this contest. You win by TKO from strikes. Theo, the Holy Grail.
So what the hell is Theo Desjardins doing right now? He's celebrating a first-round TKO victory over Sean Brady at 2 minutes and 3 seconds of the opening round. So Theo Desjardins victorious in our main event over Sean Brady. Earlier tonight we saw Christian Rivera with the first round rear naked choke over Fred Mandrakia. Anthony Carminati won a split decision over Kyle Hughes. Matt Derling had a round 1 submission win via armbar over Bobby Collins. Devin Pilkington had an opening round TKO over Graham Prue. Chad Kelly submitted Mike De La Reyes with an armbar with 1 second left in round number 2. Jared Heon had a first round TKO over Ryan Daniels. And Phil Sargente had a first-round TKO over Jimmy Tomlinson. It's been a fantastic evening here at the AFO's Uncensored event from Fall River, Massachusetts. Our main event, Theo Desjardins victorious over Sean Brady via first-round TKO. For everyone here at the American Fighting Organization, AFO President Pete DiLorenzo, I'm Peter Zimbor. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time. Well, for whatever the pre-fight war of words was worth, Theo Desjardins got the last laugh inside the ring with a first-round submission. Well, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of AFO Proving Grounds. Remember, you can visit us online at afomma.com for more information in regards to ticket sales and where you can see AFO Proving Grounds once again. For everyone here at the American Fighting Organization, our president, Pete DiLorenzo, I'm Peter Zimbor. We'll see you next time. Thanks for joining us.
American Fighting Organization. This episode of AFO Proving Grounds was brought to you by MMAEventInsurance.com. For all your MMA, kickboxing, boxing, wrestling, and tough man event insurance needs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to On the Edge with Jimmy Black!